This look I was so excited to show you guys how to do because I really liked wearing it all day. All right, so I'm starting off with my Nivea After Shave Balm. I already moisturized my face earlier, but I needed to have it just refreshed before I put everything else on. I'm using the Strobe Liquid. This is another limited edition color, and Studio Fix Fluid. One thing you can also use is the one from NYX or the one from L'Oreal. Those like liquid kind of luminators, whatever. Luminators, illuminate, I don't know. Illuminators. Those all look really good, and I really want to try them myself actually. So I'm just blending that in and putting that all over my face. I want to make sure that my skin is very luminous, but I also want it to look perfect, which is what that Studio Fix Fluid would do for me, and that's what I'm doing. This concealer from LA Girl is awesome. I specifically wanted to use this one because I'm not going to be using bronzers or any kind of cream bronzer, and I did need a color that's a little bit lighter to help me lift my face without receding any of it with the contour or bronzer. So keep that in mind if you want to recreate this look. It's like no makeup kind of nude look. This was really important for me, and I did think that it made a huge difference in how it all came together. So I put that on the bridge of my nose just to add that brightness and that lift, and I'm also doing that underneath my eyes. Using this awesome cream color base, I believe this is in color Shell or Hush. No, I think it's in Hush. I'm using my fingers to warm it up and then blending it on my skin with my fingers. It's important to use it that way. I've tried a sponge. Sometimes a brush will work, but I like my fingers the best. And I use a sponge just to blend out the very edges of that. And this is what's going to give you that really nice kind of foundation, so to speak, for the highlighters that I put on later. The great thing about this product is that it doesn't break apart. I think it has to do with my foundation, but I just found it that it stayed on my face really, really well, and I usually do not like cream products. For my eyes, I'm doing something very simple. It's painful. I'm using my Benefit Primer just to prime my eyes and make sure that the colors that I put on top are going to show through. If I did this without it, the colors wouldn't show up that much, and it does make a difference. So make sure that you have some kind of like mattifying color or nude color to put on top. It could be concealer too. And I'm just setting that with my powder. This is the Fit Me powder from Maybelline. I'm trying to use this up, guys. I am so close. All right, for my eyes, I'm using this contouring palette and from Wet n Wild, and I'm just using the bronzer. I'm not being so specific or targeted with this eyeshadow slash face contour color. I'm just putting it on my eyes, on my orbital bone, and I'm also even just running it a little bit on my lid. Also, what I was trying to do, very much in tune with what Nikki Posley on Instagram and also with Renny Vasquez, what he does, their style of eyeshadow placement is insane. They bring it almost like towards the inner orbital bone, like towards the eyebrow, which I haven't fully gone into before, but I really want to try on myself. I just haven't really gotten the my mindset on. Maybe I'll do that next video. Who knows? But their style is just amazing. So I was trying to do that a little bit, just a little bit, but that's what I was doing on my. It's very simple though, to be honest with this look. It was just bronzer. And then I'm using another bronzer. This is more like a highlighting bronzer. And I use my fingers with this one. I actually bought this for my sister a little bit ago. That's a lie. I got it for her more than 6 months ago for our birthday, and I was so jealous that I had to get my own. So I'm putting that on my finger, rubbing it on my eyelid, and then blending it very on just the edges with the fluffy brush. Very easy, very easy. Then I'm taking this eyeshadow from MAC. It can literally have been a highlighter, to be honest, but I'm just taking that on the very top part of my brow bone, and also a teeny weeny bit on my inner corner. This look, I'm telling you guys, it's so simple, but it looks so pretty throughout the day. Like I felt so put together, and I know that it wasn't that many products in comparison to my other looks. Then for my brows, I wanted to use a powder, which I haven't used in a while on my videos. I used to use this one all the time. This is from Anastasia. It's the dark brown color, and it actually broke and I put it back together and mixed them all together. But I'm using that with a eyeshadow brush, an eyeshadow brush from, I believe it's from Morphe, who knows. Then I'm curling my lashes because the lashes are pretty important, because if you're not using any lashes, false lashes, it's really important to coat those bad boys all the way through, define them, and then thicken them up and add extra layers. I really think that a lot of these looks, especially a nude look, can go a long way if your lashes are super thick and super loaded with mascara. So take your time with that. Then with the bronzer that I used before from Wet n Wild, I'm putting that on my lower lash line. I can't really dismiss my lower lash line. It rounds out your eyes in a totally different way that if you don't do it, it'll make a big difference and a big impact. So if you do want a big rounded eye that's going to look like it's doughy and wide open, that's my biggest suggestion, is to add some color down there. Then I just took a little bit of that brow powder and put it closer to my lash line just to give it a little bit more definition. Sometimes you can even go without mascara down there. But if you do put mascara down there, it also will make your eyes look much more rounded because you're evening out that mascara kind of circle all around. So this is like one of my favorite things to do for my eyes because it makes my eyes look nice and big and round, and that's what I want. I want them just like my mom's. Then to powder my face just slightly, ever so slightly, because I haven't powdered yet, I'm doing that on my lower cheekbones, on my chin. The lower cheekbones are going to be helped to define my cheekbones without adding bronzer. And then the areas where I usually get oily or kind of get a little bit pores, I'm not setting anything else, or the highlighting area, just really underneath my eyes and on the bridge of my nose where I get oily too. So this is kind of another way that you can highlight, is just by adding the extra powder on those areas of your face. Now I'm going back with that highlighty bronzer. I'm just putting that on the tops of my cheeks. I'm really kind of using it almost like a blush because it gives me a little bit of bronziness, but the color payoff is not that intense the way Gold Deposit would be even. It's just more like a highlighty color without it being so highlighty like a regular highlighter. Does that make sense? I hope it does. You'll see it's really just like kind of like a light wash of color. But with this one from Bobbi Brown, this is Apricot. I'm putting that on the tops of my cheekbones to really make those highlights, like kind of areas pop. That base underneath is a really nice kind of touch to make it just a little bit extra defined and way more impactful. I'm using these false lashes. They're from House Lashes. I can't remember what the name of them are. I will figure it out, but it makes a huge difference. It kind of looks way put together when you're not even doing much. All right, for the lips. This color is Freckletone. I have a whole video on my favorite nude lip colors. I will link it below, and I'll also put it on a little card above so you can click on it if you're on a computer. But this was one of them. So this color is Freckletone from MAC, and it's a really great peachy nude. It's also almost like a washout color, which some girls love, some girls hate, but it's like a really nice wearable one that I sometimes love. It just depends. But this is like a really like ultimate nude. Really like this color. If you want to kind of take it back a notch, maybe not that nude, try this one from Clinique. It's a really great one. This one pretty much blends in with my lip color almost exactly, almost exactly. It also matches my eyeshadow that I used a little bit better, and it really ties the look together without being overly nude where it's almost like washed out. So this is also a really great option if you want to achieve that nude look, that glowy look. This one's probably one of my favorites. This one is from Jordana. It's called Frappuccino. If you're trying to go for a look and maybe you're feeling like the look's a little too boring, but you want like a really intense lip, but not a bright lip, this one is a really great alternative. It just kind of gives you a really completed, like finished look. You can wear like a really colorful outfit. You can wear a very simple outfit, and it just makes a really like impactful statement on the lips without having to wear red or magenta or purple or neon orange. It's just a really striking color on in its own. So this one's from Jordana. It's called Frappuccino. I really like this one. So this is another version of nude, deeper nude, but still nude. I really like this one too. But if you kind of want to go with something just a little bit more simple, I decided to go with the first color, which is Freckletone, and I mixed it in, and I really kind of laid it on there, and I mixed it in with that second color just to give me like the hint of both without being too far nude and then too kind of safe. This one gave me like the perfect color. Don't feel like you can't mix your colors because there are colors I do not like, but if you mix them, they're perfect. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. And this is awesome, like an awesome first date look. It looks like you're not wearing anything. You're not wearing bronzer. You're not wearing a ton of makeup. It's not caked on. Really beautiful color for a first date. So hopefully you guys try this out, or a fifth date, whatever. Bye.